we are going to solve the beam on analysis of finite element method. So a beam fixed at one end and supported by roller at the other end. So we have here is the roller end and 20 kilonewton of the concentrated load apply at the center of the span as shown in the figure. So concentrated load is nothing but a point load applied at the middle of the span. So as shown in the figure. So we need to here determine the calculate deflection under the load. So we are studying the deflection under the load and both the sports. So finite element is nothing but divide the element into number of parts. So let divide the beam into two parts. So let the beam is divided into two parts. Say this is the element 1 and this is element 2. So it becomes here 2 element. So draw the free body diagram, that is FBD, or a line diagram. So if where the load is applied, that is the node. So here support is also node, where load is applied is a node, and here is also a node. So now let the beam divided into number of parts. So here we have two parts. Here is part 1 and here is part 2. Element 1 and element 2 we can say. So where is a fixed load is say node 1, and where load is applied say node 3, and where is the roller support say node 3. So this is the element 1 and this is the element 2. So we have 3 node and 2 element. So here 4 factor is considered in a beam. So here first is the vertical deflection, that is the B1. At the load 2 we have the B2, and here at the spot we have V3. So one with the vertical deflection and the second one is the couple moment or the slope, and we will written as the theta 1 for the slope domain, and the second one we have the shear force. Shear force is nothing but denoted as the F1 at the node 1, and also the bending moment which make the bending moment, that is M1. So like that we have the force, shear force and the bending moment at the node 1. Similarly we write for the node 2. Again we have the theta 2 and M2, and shear force is the F2, and similarly for node 3 it is F3, and slope it is the theta 3, and the bending moment is the M3. So at each load we have mentioned the 4 factor for the calculation of deflection, that is the theta and shear force and bending moment. So after that we calculate. See in the question, hence model in 20 into 10 raised to power 6, and I is nothing but the moment of inertia is. So they will give the cross section of the beam. It may be rectangular or circle, and if it is there, then you need to find out the first inertial moment or I. So Young's modulus, it sometime it is maximum for the both the element, that is for the 1 and 2, but sometime it may be EI here and 2 EI here. So this is nothing but the property of the element. So now we calculate the nodal deformation of the each element. So step 1, I am going to calculate the nodal deflection. So nodal deflection. So let us consider for element 1. For so stiffness matrix for the beam element, that is K, common for the all the equation E I by L cube. So it is again here 4 elements, so 4 by 4, so 12, 6L minus 12, 6L, 6L, 4L square minus 6L, 2L square minus 12 minus 6L, 12 minus 6L square, so 6L, 2L square minus 6L or 4L square. Here is the 6L. So we are calculating here for the element 1, that is for the element 1 K1. So here E1 I1 L1 Q, again in the matrix, same matrix we here write 12 6L minus 12 6L 6L 4L square minus 6L 2L square minus 12 minus 6L 12 minus 6L square 6L 2L square minus 6L 4L square. So now E1 I1 L1 cube. So here Young's modulus is same. So we substitute the E1 value, that is 20 into 10 raised to power 6 into moment of inertia, that is 2500 divided by nothing but the length is 500, here 500 centimeter. So all the unit are in centimeters, so no need to convert any values. So we have here 500 and here is L cube, so Q. So we get the value is nearly 400 Newton per unit, is in centimeter, so centimeter, and unit of stiffness, that is K, is the Newton per centimeter. So we write here Newton per centimeter. So after that, therefore K1 is equal to value of EI by L, that is 400, again in the matrix. So here it will be 12 6L, we multiplication 6 into length of the element, that is 500. So 500 into 6, that is 3000, again minus 12 6L, that is again it is 3000. So same thing is here 6L, that is 3000. 4L square, 4 into L square, we get here 10 power 6 minus, that is 3000 minus sign, 2L square, here 6 into 10 raised to power 5 minus 12 minus 3000, 12 minus 3000, 6L again, that is 3000, 5 into 10 raised to power 5 minus 3000 or 10 power 6. So here is a symmetric matrix. You can also see the dining, all the values are positive, so it follow a symmetric matrix. So it is nothing but one of the characteristics of a stiffness matrix. So let it say as a equation number 1. For similarly now calculate for the element 2. So for element 2, that is K2. So here it will be E2 and I2 and nothing but L2 here Q. So again in the matrix it will be say same, because here length is same and as well as EI also same. So here we write these same value here, length is the same, property is also same, because L is also here 500 centimeters. So again write again same equation here, that is K2. Here value is EI same, so 400 into 12, 3000 minus 12, 3000, 3000, 10 power 6 minus 3000, 6 into 10 power 5 minus 12 minus 3000, 12 minus 3000, 3000, 5 into 10 power 5 minus 3000, 10 power 6. So let us say this equation number 2. So before completing the stiffness element 1, here define the displacement at each node. So here at the node 1, what is the deformation at element 1? So here two deformation. One is at the vertical deformation and another is the slope deformation. For and theta 2 for the element 1. So here we have write V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, in vertical also V1 theta 2, V2 theta 2, here not theta 2, theta 1. So similarly here we write from 2 to, so V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3, and here V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3. So we calculate here the stiffness matrix for 1 and 2. Next is to calculate the global stiffness matrix. So here we write step 2. So step 2, global stiffness matrix. So to calculate the global stiffness matrix, that is K, and common term 400 for the both element, for the all the element. So write V1 theta 1, B2 theta 2, B3 theta 3, and here is also 6 displacement, that is B1 theta 1, B2 theta 2, B3 theta 3. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So matrix is 6 by 6. So how to calculate V1 value? So first row and first column. So how it is calculate for the both element? So we have here in the element 1, this is here B1 and V1. So we got the this value, that is 12 here. So at the element 2, here we know V1, so here 0, so 12 plus 0, that is 12. So here it becomes as 12 for the first column. Similarly at the 2 V1 and the theta 1, what we will get the value? V1 theta 1. So V1 at the first row and theta 1. So here 3000. So this value is 3000. Now V1. So here theta 1 is 3000. It is here the 3000. Now V1, V2, it will be available here. So V1 here 12 and V2 is 12. That is here the value is minus 12. Like that all the element has to be calculated, like here for the global stiffness matrix, element 1 and element 2 both, and if both are the common in 1 and 2, so add it there. And now I am going to write the entire value that we already calculated and continue for the, like we already calculated it. So right here I am writing the all the values. So it is 3000 10 raised to power 6 minus 3000 5 into 10 raised to power 0 0 12 minus 3000 24 0 minus 12 3000, here is also 3000, and here 5 into 10 raised to power 5, 0, 2 into 10 raised to power 6 minus 3000, 6 into 10 raised to power 5 minus 3000, 10 raised to power 6, and here here not minus, that is 12, here minus 3000, 5 into 10 raised to power 5 minus 3000 minus 12 or 3000, and here is 0, 0, 0, 0. So we have the all the 6 by 6, that is we got the k. So next we need to calculate the finite element equation. So here it is k, that is ku is equal to f. This is the formation of the stiffness matrix. So we already calculated k, the k, this is the deformation vector and this is the formation. So instead of writing the same element again, we here write the formation. So write the same equation in the next step here. So here displacement is nothing but it is 1 into 6 meter, that is, and here is the force vector. So it is u and it is f vector, and this is the v1 here, theta 1, v2, theta 2, v3, theta 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So force vector, it is the shear force, that is F1, and the bending force M1. Next F2, M2, F3 and M3. So we have made the finite element equation formation. So here we are going to apply the boundary condition. And also the loading condition. So what are the boundary condition in this problem? So here at the one end we have the fixed end. It means that the displacement at the left end we have no deformation. So here v1 is equal to theta 1 is equal to 0 because of the boundary condition. So it will be 0. Now at the load 2 we have one vertical deformation, that is 20 kilonewton at the 2. So there is a deformation in the vertical as well as in the slope. So there is a value of v1 and theta 1 we need to calculate too. And now for the node 2, again at the node 3 we have the roller support. So in roller support there is nothing but in the movement in the horizontal only, so no movement in the vertical. It means that the value of v3 is equal to 0. So there will be an theta but no vertical deformation. So we need to here calculate the theta. So this is the boundary condition in term of the deflection. So in the loading condition we apply only load 20 at the node 2. So there is no shear force and no in the 1 F1 and M1 is equal to 0, and loading condition at 2 is we have F2 here. So F2 is 20. So value of F2 given in the question, that is 20 kilonewton. And when the shear force is applied, there is also a bending moment. So now in the node 3 there is no force and no bending force, but it is in free end, so there will be a moment. So we need to calculate the that is in this problem. Now I will write the boundary condition, that is b1 equal to 0, theta 1 equal to 0, and next is v3 vertical at the node 3, vertical deformation at the node 3 is also 0, and f2 that is here 20, I think 20 10 power 3 Newton. So load is applied vertically downward direction, so it will be taken as negative because in the downward direction, and the bending moment at the 2m2 is equal to 0, and bending moment at the 3m3 is equal to 0. So apply these boundary condition in the finite element equation. So here b1 we will write here same finite element equation. So this becomes b1 equal to 0, and theta 1 is also equal to 0, and v2 theta 2 here coming v3 is also 0. So here f2 value is, that is minus 20 into 10 power 3, and this is negative. So you can write here 20,000 also directly, 20,000, or either write is minus 20 into 10 raised to power 3, and value m2 that will become 0, and m3 will become 0. Again the forces f1 which is easily cancelled because there will be no deformation. So here to solve this matrix we need to apply the elimination method. So the first column will become cancelled, so this row and this column become cancelled, and here is the second row and the second column, and here f3 is the fifth row and the fifth column is cancelled. So we have a remaining value v2 theta 2 theta 3 and theta 3. So we are going to calculate these value. So take this as remaining value 400, and this term remaining after elimination we have 24,000 plus 3,000 plus 3,000 2 into 10 raised to power 6, 5 into 10 raised to power 5, 3,000 5 into 10 power 5, and 10 power 6, and in the displacement remaining values are here v2 theta 2 and theta 3 is equal to here is the 10 raised to power 3, so 20,000, so it is in downward, we are minus 20,000, and correspondence to this we get 0 and 0. So after that we make the equation. So with the help of calculator or either making the equation you easily get the value of b2 theta 2 and theta 2. So here with the equation 424 into b2 plus 3000 theta 3 is equal to minus 20,000. This is the equation star. So again 400 we write same, 2 into 10 power 6 theta 2 plus 5 into 10 power 5 theta 3 is equal to 0. Equation say 1, again 400 into 3000 into b2, 3000 into b2 plus 5 into 10 power 5 theta 2 plus 10 power 6 into theta 3, and this is equation 3, equation number 3 or equation number 2 star 1 2. So by using our mathematical knowledge we calculate these three equations. What are the remaining value here? B2, theta 2 and theta 3. So these three values we here so by using calculator we also get these value easily, or by using these matrix in the calculator we easily find out the V2, theta 2 and theta 3, or by using mathematical knowledge we easily get the values of B2, theta 2 and theta 3. These are the unknowns value. So by basic mathematical knowledge we can easily calculate these three values. So I already calculated these value, so I directly writing here the values of, so theta 3 as I got 0.0125. so theta is nothing but it should be in radian, so I can write here in the radian, or later you can convert it into degree also. So theta 2 I got here as the 0.03125 is in the radian. So V is nothing but it is the vertical forces, so we got it as V2 not V1 V2, so we got minus 3.646 it is in, so it is nothing but the deformation at node 2. So with using these three equations we get the values of these three. Okay, so it is easy problem by using the finite element method. So in the summarize, while we summarize this, what is our basic, we have a fixed beam with one end and spotted by roller at the other end, and we need to calculate the deflection under the load while using the FEM. So in the basic equation of FEM, as we all know, we have to find the three values, which is nothing but the K, U and F. So K is the global stiffness matrix, so we are calculating first of all K, then U, then V, then by applying the boundary condition we are getting this value, and with the easily by using calculator or making the equation by using your mathematical knowledge, you easily get the value of V2, theta 2 and theta 3. So this is your basic problem of FEM to analyze the beam. Thank you.